Welcome to the Bubby Brister and Friends Fantasy Football Podcast presented by Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Bubby is policing the streets of Washington, D.C. this evening to keep our nation safe, so I'm joined here by Nick. We had our annual draft this year. What was this, like the 18th draft?
That was 18th draft.
That's crazy. We had our draft lottery. Freeman won the draft lottery. We have an hour we have to jam all this into, so we're just going to roll right through this. The first team we're going to do is Dead Money. He drafted Jamar Chase, number 1 overall. Is that who you would have taken number 1 overall?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'd have probably drafted Jamar Chase. It's just, yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I think I would have too. In the second round, he took Joe Burrow, so he had a clear vision of something he wanted to accomplish. I think Burrow was like the third or fourth quarterback taken.
Yeah, you started a little run on quarterbacks. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I mean, it was easy handcuff, little 2-for-1 special there. Jamar Chase scored a touchdown with Joe Burrow throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, that's a great plan, and he executed it. Amarian Hampton, number 29th overall. That's his third-round pick. I believe that was Matthew Berry's ride or die, so Freeman loves him some Matthew Berry. I wouldn't have drafted this guy just for the simple fact that I really don't know who he is. But the Chargers love to run the ball, so...
Well, especially the Chargers, who their head coach is now. Yeah, they love running the ball. Herbert has gone to no man's land. But, yeah, I don't know a lot about Hampton either. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if the news we just saw that the former Steeler running back has got activated from IR, from eye
Najee
surgery.
Harris.
Yeah, so let's see if he snakes goal line carries or something from him.
The next running back taken after Hampton was Kyren Williams. Like 5 picks later, I would have taken Kyren Williams over Amarian Hampton without a doubt.
Kyren Williams. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot about neither one of them, so I think it's pretty. They're both fresh legs.
Well, Williams is a Rams running back. You know, McVay wants to kill that guy.
He wants to die, but the thing is, are you wondering if he's gonna? Is it he's gonna hit the wall? Is he gonna hit a Todd Gurley wall? You have to worry about that.
And you know the saying, follow the money. The Rams paid Kyren Williams too, so yeah, I would have taken Williams there. His fourth pick was Garrett Wilson, like a darling last year. He's a really good receiver. He's in a bad offense with quarterback questions. Fields still has a lot to prove.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks of Garrett Wilson. I had him last year. He didn't really pay off with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to him. So we'll see what it looks like with Justin Fields throwing the ball, and he's pretty much the main option on that team this year now on passing. But they're running team again, so now they're running team again. So we'll see what it looks like for him.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Tony Pollard, probably a bad pick. You don't want anything to do with any Titans if you.
Well, the news that Spears is going to be out for at least the first 4 games. Tony Pollard is going to be the bell cow for at least the first 4 weeks.
That's true. Pollard's talented. My comment isn't a knock on his talent as much as it is the Titans tightening, but they do have Cam Ward, who can't be any worse than whoever their quarterback was last year. Who was their quarterback last year?
He's the Mayo man himself, Will Levis.
Yeah. Okay. His next pick, Travis Hunter. He drafted a cornerback to be his second receiver. What do you think of that?
It's very interesting because he drafted Travis Hunter, and then Travis Hunter's like not even in his flex spot. He has Travis Hunter on his bench. So you could tell he drafted him on potential. Freeman is known for taking risks.
Wild swings.
Yeah, he did that with the former Colts starting quarterback.
Oh,
swinging for him as well.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, so he has a history of it, so this is his swing.
He took another swing in the 7th round with the very next pick. He took Bill, or Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, of Fantasy Darling. I had this guy on my radar, but as like a flyer, not to be my flex, third. Like you just said, wild swings here. With Travis Hunter, if I take him, I'm playing it safe with my next pick, but he didn't. He went for the jugular again with Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt.
I mean, the Commanders are gonna run the ball. So this shit, he has nothing but potential to move. I mean, he showed some bursts in preseason. So if he was available when I drafted, I would have probably drafted him myself.
Yeah, I'd have to look at my draft, but I probably would have taken him like a round later or something. But he loves some rookies. This is 3 in a row. Colston Loveland, the Bears tight end. He's projected to have 665 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 60 receptions. So that's in line with like a mid-range tight end, and he's rostered in 80% of leagues. I pay no attention to college football, so I'm blind when it comes to rookies every year. What do you know about this guy? Anything?
I don't know a lot about him. His measurables are really good. I just feel that the Bears offense just tends to be overdrafted due to the fact they have Caleb Williams and now they have Ben Johnson. So the whole entire Bears offense itself is like overdrafted. It's like, oh, they're gonna boom. They was to explode last year, and they didn't. So now we'll see what it looks like this year.
And they have Cole Kmet still at tight end, so he's going to have
Correct.
to, that another high risk pick, probably low reward here too. And then a fourth risk in a row. Chris Godwin was this year's free faller. He was there all night in our draft. He's coming off a major injury. He's not going to play until like Thanksgiving probably, and even guys coming back from these type of injuries take a couple of weeks to get into the swing of things. Wow, a lot of risks here for Freeman.
So I think Chris Godwin was a mistake pick because when he actually drafted him, he kind of waited last minute on the pick. So the pick before him, I think that was an automatic pick. It was an auto pick, and then he pressed accept and he pressed Chris Godwin because his picks were back to back really fast, like bang bang. And Godwin was a second, so it was like back to the top of the round, and he was like, "Oh man, I made a mistake." So I mean, it's a mistake that could pay off week 10. So he just stashes his Chris Godwin, and his ceiling is wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
You know,
awesome.
right, and then his basement is wide receiver 4, but in a very talented Tampa Bay offense. I mean, it's going to pay off. It's going to give you some points somehow.
A lot of mouths to feed in that Tampa Bay offense. But yeah, if Freeman is like, I don't know, 7-3 when Godwin comes back, it was a great pick. If he's 3-7 trying to plug holes until Godwin comes back, not a good pick. But looking at the other picks in round 9, he didn't really like pass anybody up major that I would say. So Godwin fell to Freeman. Next up is Caleb Williams. This is his backup quarterback to Burrow,
Yeah.
so in his mind he'll hopefully never need him. But then you kind of got to wait on him too.
Yeah. So I mean, he just has them to have him. I think he
Yeah.
has to have a decent backup quarterback. So I'm not mad at that pick.
Yeah, nothing, no hair off his back here, but like he'd probably be one of his first guys cut. And then he just rounds out with the Ravens head coach Xavier Legette, Brenton Strange, Colts defense, and Joshua Kirby is his kicker. Joshua Cardi
Cardi
B.
Yeah. Cardi J.
Yeah, so that's Freeman's team. You got a grade for him?
I mean, I would say he's more of a. We're gonna do no minuses. We're gonna do solid grades. So I'm gonna give him a C. Looking at it, some of the reaches on like you said, on the rookies, but I would think it's a C trending upwards because with Pollard getting bell cow carries now due to Spears being hurt, because before Spears just siphoned the catching ones, third down ones. But yeah, I think a C because his tight end position seems kind of weak to me. And then after his rock star wide receiver position and running back situation, the rest team gets kind of not so good.
So the ESPN ranker gave him an A, but
Really?
that just means he drafted according to the rankings, because the ranking system that ESPN has is going to grade you higher if you take their higher ranked players. So,
Oh,
you see, but yeah, I guess good draft by Freeman if he's trying to make ESPN happy. Moving along to who's next? We got Brandon, Mile High Salute. He had the second pick. He took Saquon Barkley, number 2 overall. Barkley scared me this year because of all his carries, and he was healthy for the first time in a long time. He's awesome, don't get me wrong. If he had fell to me at 10, I would have done it. I don't know if I would have taken him at a 2. just I don't love it when guys have 400 carries one year, and there's math to back this up that the guys who get that many carries fall apart the next year. Do you think
Yeah.
Barkley will fall apart?
I mean, you're right. The analytics do be saying that running backs do be falling apart, and he's not a young guy either. This is a guy on a second contract. Um, he's on a second contract already, and the Eagles are picking up running backs of late and waivers. So they've been picking up running backs this past couple of days. So I think they're getting insurance policies in case Barkley isn't as bell cowy as he was last year.
He went back to the running back well in the second round to James Cook. So, I mean, you can never have enough running backs in fantasy football. Cook held out. He's a very good player on a very good team. That's a pretty solid pick at number 27.
James Cook, I don't know, love hate because I mean when he plays he's really good. When they use him is really good, but he came on really strong late in the year last year. So those couple games he didn't do a whole lot, but then late in the season he was killing it. When the weather got really bad and they were just making magic happen in Buffalo, he was killing it.
The running back taken after him was Omari and Hampton. So, yeah. T. Higgins and Cortland Sutton were his third and fourth round picks, and then he took Bo Nix in the fifth round. So he has a sneaky stack with Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix.
Yeah, sneaky stack there. Cortland Sutton is a receiver I'm not a fan of because I feel like he doesn't catch the easy passes, but he catches all the really hard catches.
He's also pushing 30. He might be over 30 now. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Another guy who's been around a long time, Cooper Kupp, was his sixth round pick. He's on the Seahawks now. I love some Cooper Kupp. Brandon won a league, I believe. I know he had a great year one year. He took Cooper Kupp late, and it paid off. That year he had the Jerry Rice year. I don't know. It's hard to see him doing that again.
Yeah, we're not seeing. It's not gonna. Seattle's not built that way to do it. They're a running team, so it's especially what you're talking with Sam Darnold throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp aging. Yeah, I mean he'll be a mid-tier wide receiver. He'll be ceiling wide receiver 2.
Yeah, ceiling for sure. He took Cooper Kupp ahead of Travis Hunter by one pick, so receivers were going pretty thin here. So it went Kupp, Hunter, Krosky, Merritt, and then Jordan Addison. Addison is suspended 3 games, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing, wide receiver 2 ceiling, right?
Yeah, he's wide receiver 2 ceiling. With J.J. McCarthy, because I have no idea what J.J. McCarthy could do.
Right. So he has like 3 underwhelming receivers, but with good floors in Sutton, Addison, and Kupp.
Right. And T. Higgins is troublesome because T. Higgins, if Chase is going off, Higgins ain't eating.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. And Jamar Chase tends to have games where he eats a lot, and Higgins is kind of just looking.
I think Brandon has like a lunch pail type team here. Like he's not going to blow people out, but he's going to have a solid base every week.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get into that blowout territory depending on what Barkley does week to week, but the rest of the lineup I think is going to be in that like 15 to 18 point range. It's going to it's a safe roster if you ask me.
Yeah, very safe. I like his kicker, Aubrey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very solid kicker. Had a great year. Huge leg. So, he's guaranteed at least double-digit points. So, yeah.
Yeah, then the 2 tight ends are Kincaid and Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith is going to vanish in Pittsburgh. Tight ends go there to die.
Yeah. They have Jonnu's more of an insurance policy. Washington's better. And Pittsburgh, and they still got Freiermuth too. So they got a lot of tight ends there.
Yeah, and then Trevor Lawrence in the 15th round. That's his Bo Nix insurance. That's pretty good, Bo Nix insurance.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is still waiting to boom. You know what I mean? He just hasn't got it together yet. So it's just, I don't know. He's turning a very mid-tier guy.
I could see him having the headache every week of who do I start when you're better off just kind of like picking a guy and just blindly putting him in the lineup every week. Do you want to guess what ESPN gave him for a grade?
Oh, ESPN definitely gave him an A.
Nope, ESPN gave him a B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, B for Brandon. Third team up is stealing the wins. This is Art. He took Justin Jefferson number 3, and he took Tyreek Hill number 2. So he went big on wide receivers early. Hill, a lot of question marks. I'm kind of out on him, but at number 26, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, at 26, that's a really solid. I mean, it's a solid pick for 26 because he can have a bounce back year. He has the ceiling of 1,700 yards. He could boom and do it if Tua stays healthy.
Yeah, it's all dependent on Tua. He basically passed on T. Higgins to take Tyreek Hill, and then his third pick is George Kittle, great tight end. If you're going to take a tight end in the third round, George Kittle's the guy to do it with.
Oh yeah, he's money.
I can't even find who the next tight end taken was. Oh, Laporta, about 12 picks later. Breece Hall, I'm not a fan of, but fourth round, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Breece Hall, you got to take it. I mean, he has the ability to be an amazing running back. It's just the problem is that they're really, I feels like they're going to be moving to committee.
A 3-headed committee if you count Fields.
Right, and Fields going to eat a lot of those yards. Fields is guaranteed 1,000. He's guaranteed 1,000 yards. So I mean, if he plays all season, he's guaranteed 1,000 yards rushing. So
yeah,
them yards come from somewhere.
Hall was a first-round pick last year, so to get him in the fourth round is very good, I think. And then he's going to catch some balls, too.
Yeah, that's true.
And then here high risk, high reward with Travion Henderson. He is a fantasy training camp darling with the Patriots this summer.
Yeah, everybody's been talking big about him and how well he's done in college. I don't know a lot about him, but based off the film just in preseason, he did pretty well, but preseason ball and regular season ball is different.
If I were taking him, I'd want him to be my third running back.
That's true. I can see that.
That's where he has him as his RB2. The only play I saw him this year was the Commanders preseason game. He returned a kick, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's what the hype has been about. But if you're turning kicks in the preseason, like, are they really thinking about giving you a shitload of carries early in the season at running back? So you never know how these running back carries are going to shake out, especially early on. And then he took Michael Pittman in the 6th round. That's about where he goes every year.
Right, because everybody's waiting for him to boom. You're the number one wide receiver on the Colts. Do something, man.
And then he took Olave in the 7th round. So, like, these are two guys we've been waiting to break out that just haven't broke through yet.
Right. He has a Saint stack of like Olave and Shaheed. You know what I mean? And the Saints' offense is Garbo.
Yeah, that's putting it nicely.
That's nicely.
He took J.J. McCarthy in the 8th round. Depends who you talk to on this guy. He won a championship in college. He's owned in 66% of leagues, which is pretty high considering he's never played an NFL game and missed an entire season.
He's rostered. He has an 8% start, so starting's where it was important, and not a lot of people are trusting him to start. But we'll see how it goes for him.
And then he took 2 really good flyers at running back here. I like these picks in rounds 10, 11. Rashad White, he was a league MVP in our league a couple years ago, and with Smash Hawk. And then Najee Harris, who is going to get the ball with the Chargers, I would think.
The little engine that could. I mean, he don't move slow. He don't move fast. He's been on the slow side, but the wheels always turning.
And he can't find a hole, but like if you're gonna if the Chargers are gonna run the ball 40 times a game, he's gonna get some of that work.
He'll get at least 10. He'll get at least 10 some carries.
Chiefs head coach, Bengals kicker Evan McPherson, he's pretty good. Jets defense, that's a pretty good fantasy special teams.
Yeah, we'll see what the Jets defense look like because the Jets are trying to rebuild their defense, so they might have a learning curve early. They might give them points early.
And then the Steelers fan took Aaron Rodgers in the 15th round. I'd rather the previous team, Brandon, took Lawrence in the 15th round. I'd rather have him than Rodgers.
I mean, he said he's a Rodgers fan, so he's hoping Rodgers has at least something going on. He has DK Metcalf, so we'll see what it turns to.
Next up is Smash Hawk with
what was his grade? What was the grade they gave him?
Yeah, you want to guess?
I'm thinking they gave him a B.
They gave him a C.
Oh.
Next up is Smash Hawk, 4th overall. He took Bijan Robinson. I probably would have went Chase Robinson in my personal rankings.
I mean, Bijan. I mean, uh, people are slurping on him, doing really well. We'll see what it looks like for him. I mean,
He
I
has a
just
lot to
feel
prove.
he has a lot to prove, and I just feel that he's going to be he's pretty fragile. This is his third season now, so I feel he's a very fragile running back.
He is smaller than you think.
Yeah,
Trey McBride in the second round. That had to have been the first tight end taken.
yeah, he flew off the board quickly. You know, him in Arizona, he gets a lot of catches. So not so much on touchdowns, but the catches, yes.
Yeah, I got it in my ear. He was the second tight end taken. Brock Bowers went
Oh,
3
well,
picks ahead of him.
Brock Bowers would definitely go first.
Jaden Daniels here. Great pick. Last year I had him, but I got him in like the 8th round or whatever. Now there's actually some like investment in him. Like last year he was basically free for people who took him. I believe he
Right.
was the 3rd quarterback off the board.
Well, because he's a dual threat.
Yeah, even on games he does bad, he's going to do good in fantasy.
Right.
Calvin Ridley, Jamison Williams, he's since traded Jamison Williams to Lionheart for McMillan, the Panthers rookie receiver.
I mean, I think he did an upgrade, getting rid of JMO and getting Tet, because JMO, he has boom or bust potential, but Tet is the wide receiver 1. And with the recent trade of the guy
Thielen.
going back to Thielen going back to Minnesota, it's even that room gets a little bit smaller, so your Tet is going to have to be the guy.
Yeah, good call. He took JMO ahead of DJ Moore and Devontae Smith, and then Jerry Jeudy.
Okay.
So there's a big receiver run here in this round. Then it went Waddle, Pickens, and Jacoby Myers. Like half that round was receivers. RJ Harvey, another rookie running back. Caleb Johnson, a second rookie running back. So his running backs are Bijan, RJ Harvey, Caleb Johnson. I don't know enough about those guys. From what I've been reading, Harvey can shine in Peyton's offense if he can get on the field, basically.
Right. That's the hard part.
Yeah, especially Peyton, who does not love playing rookies right away.
Nope.
Keon Coleman, I think he might break out this year. He took him in the 8th round.
I mean, there's the Bills are talking about was it Josh Allen says he wants to be more of a throwing quarterback this year and get a little more less wear and tear on his body, but I think the idea him running makes the Bills dangerous. So we'll see what it looks like for Coleman this year.
Coleman was the last wide receiver selected before Chris Godwin, so that's interesting. Cam Skattebo, I guess another rookie running back. So he has 3 rookie running backs. If you're gonna do what he did, take them in bulk, because now you can be patient instead of just having to rely on one. You can kind of see who emerges.
Right. You know, I didn't have a chance to say it, but circling back to Calvin Ridley, I like that pick. I think Calvin Ridley's gonna have a really good year this year. You know what I mean? He was good. He was pretty decent last year with Will Levis. So if Cam Ward is a better quarterback, he should do better this year.
Yeah, that's a good call. Rookie quarterback who's going to look to feed him. Steal the draft possibly here in round 10 with Nick Chubb. Joe Mixon, I guess, is messed up pretty bad.
Right. It's random, too. It's like, what's happening? Because Joe Mixon got drafted fairly high in our league. And then for like all of a sudden the reports are like, Joe Mixon's not a good spot. Like what?
Yeah, huh?
Like, nice wait a minute, what? Like, why did we not know this before draft? Like, he's going to be the starter. Joe Mixon's going to be the main guy, and it's going to be a committee, and then it's behind him. And now it's like Joe Mixon's potentially going to be out 4 games. So Nick Chubb, if he is on the way back, doing well, I mean, this would be the opportunity. But he has a fight with Dameon Pierce. And that's the hard part.
And some guy, Woody Marks, I guess, too, is a rookie running back that I've seen him mentioned in like sleeper articles and stuff. Rounding out his bottom 5, Seahawks defense, Jack Beck, who was the Raiders' 2nd round draft pick. Yes, but they just signed Amari Cooper, so he might have taken a step back on the depth chart.
Yeah, he dropped him. He dropped
Eh,
Beck, and then he moved off Beck
okay. And then Ray
already.
Davis, the Bills running back, Packers head coach, usually can't go wrong with them. And then Fairbarn, the Houston kicker.
Okay. He moved off the Packers head coach and went to the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, so he's already making moves. You got a draft
Feels
grade
like
for him.
this feels like a C.
ESPN disagrees. ESPN said an A for Smash
Hey,
Hawk.
hey, golly. All right.
Next up is Sweetness 34. This is Heater. He got Jamar Gibbs at number 5 overall. That's a home run if you ask me.
I mean, it's a home run if he stays healthy, man. I'm just concerned. He's really small.
Yeah, he catches a lot of balls. With Montgomery out last year, he was getting ridiculous work. Let me see if they have his game log in here from last year. Yeah, those games that Montgomery missed late, he got 25, 30, 32, and nope, that's wrong. 23, 18, and 23 carries those last 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
That doesn't
He's
even
small.
count his catches.
Right, he's small.
Josh Allen as quarterback.
That was the second pick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was 24th overall. That would have been the second quarterback off the board. Then he got your guy, Mike Evans. How sad were you about this? Were you ready to move on from Evans, or did Heater beat you to the punch?
I didn't give a ceremony to even move off him. The decision was made. You know, it was this, I didn't get a chance to even draft him. He was already gone before I got the chance to draft him. I never had the opportunity to. You know, I wasn't going to reach on him. That's my idea. I wasn't going to reach on Mike Evans. I've done that in the past, so I was going to do that this time around. I was trying to be smarter about it, and he was gone before I had a chance to draft him.
Would you have taken him at 39, 6 picks later?
What round was that? 3 or 4?
Third round, where you took James Conner.
Ooh, maybe. I probably would have.
Then he took DK Metcalf and DJ Moore. That's a strong 3 receivers: Evans, Metcalf, and Moore.
Like I said, Moore bothers me because I don't like the Chicago offense. I just don't like it. DK is going to be the only number one. He's the number one. He's the only one. Where in Seattle, he had Lockett, you know, and he had Smith Jigma. So hopefully he can get open.
Then he got Austin Eckler. He's going to be very good if he can stay healthy. I mean, his RB2, that's kind of a lofty hope to get him through the season as your RB2. But, I mean, he's going to get 15 points a week if he can stay healthy. About 8 to 10 carries a game with like 5 catches. He'll probably fall in the end zone a few times.
Yeah, that's a lot of hope there. You have to deal with like some weeks you get like 15, some weeks you might get 3.
Yeah, and he's definitely not the fantasy stud he was a few years ago. He then took a tight end, Tucker Kraft, in the 7th round. Wow, he had 50 catches, 707 yards, 7 touchdowns last year.
Kraft tends to get them touchdowns in bunches.
Then he went back to quarterback, so he got some Josh Allen insurance. Jared Goff.
Which is we have Josh Allen insurance because he's Josh Allen, but you know, I guess he wanted you know, sometimes the best offense is the defense.
Keenan Allen, this could be a steal here. He's back with the Chargers. Got him in the 9th round. So overall, Metcalf, Moore, Evans, and Keenan Allen. I mean, it's not 2019 anymore, but these are solid receivers. And Thielen.
Again, it's not 2017, so I'm just wondering because Keenan Allen and Alan Thielen, like their routes are going to be 5 yards and turn.
Yeah,
5 yards and turn. There's no deep posts.
There's some touchdowns in that group though, for sure.
Like even if they career touchdowns.
Yeah, even if they fall short, like in yards and catches this year, they're going to get some touchdowns for him. Another tight end, Jake Ferguson.
I think it's insurance for Kraft.
Yeah, that's in the 10th round. And then to round out the bottom 5, Vikings defense, Harrison Butker at kicker, Rams head coach, and then Adam Thielen. Cedric Tillman in the 13th round, he is projected for 823 yards, which seems crazy. That could be a steal.
That's a lofty goal.
Yeah. He's deep at receiver. That much I can say. You want to guess his grade?
They probably give him a B.
He got a D. He is the only person who had a worse grade than me.
Jesus.
New Day Co-op. This is Slade. He is a Cowboys fan. He got CeeDee Lamb, number 6 overall. That's good for him.
Yeah, CD's supposed to. CD's always about the catches, so we'll see what it looks like.
So the top 6 picks, there were 3 running backs, 3 receivers.
Okay.
Then he went back-to-back running backs in rounds 2 and 3, and Chase Brown and Kyron Williams. I think those are 2 of the best backs you can get in the draft.
Yeah. We'll see if Chase Brown could, build
Replicate.
upon his last season. Yeah, because he kind of came out of nowhere last season, so we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, he was a 5th-round pick in the reality draft in 2023, and then he just took over the Bengals backfield. Zay Flowers in round 4, Kyler Murray in round 5, and Rome Odunze in round 6. Then he went back to quarterback in round 7 with Dak.
Right, and I think Dak's good assurance for Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray is overly projected all the time because he's not as dual threat as you think he should be. So, and he's not as good as he could be. So yeah.
These projections on Odunze are wild. 71 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's high hopes.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But for fantasy purposes, I guess you got to bet on the upside, which is what he did here.
You got to hope that Rome takes a second-year jump, which usually is called a sophomore slump. So I'm not sure it's called a second-year jump. So I'm not sure how that works, but okay.
Yeah, slump or jump. That could be a segment we do on like second-year players.
Ooh.
Tank Bigsby in round 8, and then Kyle Pitts in round 9. I mean, if you're going to take Pitts, round 9 is a good round to do it. But at the same time, if you're expecting anything from him, he's probably going to disappoint you.
Correct. He drafted Kyle Pitts before he did Tank Bigsby. I would probably draft somebody there before I draft Kyle Pitts. He's just been terrible.
Even in round 9, though, he got some Pitts insurance in Zach Ertz.
I mean, again, how much left in that tank? But I guess insurance-ish. So I mean, we'll see how it works.
Ertz had 654 yards, 7 touchdowns last year. That's basically what Pitts does.
Yeah.
Texans defense, round 10. Christian Kirk in round 12. You expected anything from him?
Nope.
What's his name is out? Tank Dell.
Yeah, Tank Dell's still out from last year.
Yeah, he'll never walk again.
That's terrible.
Remember that injury? His leg fell off?
It was gruesome. On a touchdown catch.
Yeah, great catch. Chris Boswell in round 13. Bengals head coach in round 14. And Roschon Johnson in round 15. What does he know about Roschon Johnson that we don't know?
Yeah, he's hoping for Swift to go down.
Oh, okay. He don't have Swift, so it's not his handcuff. Johnson catches some balls out of the backfield. That's about all I know about him. Like, if he plays, he'll get you like maybe 5 carries, but he also might catch 5 passes.
Right.
You want to guess his grade?
Let's get his team is all like the starter you see right here. This is all money, and the bench is nothing. So I would say B.
He did. He got a B.
Yeah.
Next up is Lionheart, the defending champion. He took Christian McCaffrey. He's on my do not draft list. What about you?
I think where do you draft him at? Like, what was the pick he had?
7.
Maybe. I'd probably draft a Christian McCaffrey. I probably would have.
Yeah. Next up was Giante, Puka Nacua, and Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I drafted him.
I'm surprised he didn't take Amon-Ra, being a Lions fan, but he went for the boom of McCaffrey. Then he took Brock Bowers as the first tight end off the board, round 2. I love Brock Bowers. I had him last year, but again, I got him super late. I had no expectations for him. I don't think he can replicate what he did last year, and not because I think he's going to take a step back. I think it's that the rest of the Raiders are going to take a step up.
I think the Raiders are going to. I think the rest of the Raiders are going to take a step up. I think the rest team's going to step up, and the defenses are going to be looking out for him. So
Hmm.
because the Raiders don't have a wide receiver really. They made
Well, they
Jacoby
got
Myers. Jacoby Myers is upset. He's upset.
yeah,
So
but he's still there now. So they got Myers Cooper back, the second round pick. They got Gente as a running back, and they got a real quarterback. You know, shitty quarterbacks love to lean on tight ends,
right.
and I'm sure that's what their shitty quarterback. I think it was O'Connell last year was doing. Was just get it to Bowers.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's more of a team's gonna step up a little bit, and he's gonna even out a little bit. It's gonna flatten up a little bit. He's not gonna go ballistic like he did last year.
Like he took Bowers one pick ahead of Chase Brown. I probably would have taken Chase Brown here.
Mm.
Even going running back in round one, I think I would have done that. He then went Jalen Hurts. That's a pretty safe quarterback. That was the fourth quarterback taken.
Jalen Hurts is frustrating quarterback because he'll have games. He'll have like one touchdown or maybe two touchdowns. He doesn't have 4 touchdown games. You usually have 1 or 2. I mean, he'll rush them in on a tush push, but usually if they get close, it's the running back. They're gonna run the ball in.
Yeah, fifth quarterback taken. That's about right if you want Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, if you want him, he's frustrating to me.
Marvin Harrison Jr. He's hoping. What do you think? Sophomore slump, sophomore jump.
He has to jump, man, because last year he slumped.
Yeah, he didn't even get 1,000 yards last year.
That's
62
terrible.
catches on 116 targets. So they were trying to get this guy the ball.
Yeah, you're a Harrison, man. Get it together.
Yeah, you got to make them catches. David Montgomery in round 5. That's pretty good.
Pretty solid. We'll see what Dave Montgomery got left in the tank. Let's see if they don't move more to Gibbs.
McMillan, we discussed him. He's since been traded for J-Mo. What do you think about J-Mo as a wide receiver too?
I don't like him. I think he's more of a wide receiver. I think he's more of a flex option to me.
He has Stephon Diggs as his wide receiver 3. That's who he took in round 7. So that's
And
at
I
least.
think Stephon Diggs is the guy I was eyeing in the draft, but he
Yeah,
was
me
drafted before
too.
I had a chance to get him because I think he has something left in the tank this year to do something.
He then took Ramondre Stevenson in the 8th round. I was looking at him at one point, and I passed. I think he took him after I passed.
Hmm. The fumbling bothers me because when you hear about a running back fumbling, you
Yep.
wonder about the opportunities he gets.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take him. Oh, yeah, I took Jadon Blue ahead of him 4 picks. Then he took Brian Robinson as his McCaffrey handcuff. That's pretty good. That's smart.
Well, yeah, we'll see what Brian Robinson what he got left in the tank.
Yeah, he's terrible, but that's a good handcuff. I wasn't surprised when that news broke. I could tell when people don't watch the Commanders, and like the last year, I've been like, Brian Robinson sucks. They're like, no, he looks good. Like he looks like he should be a stud running back. But when you watch him play,
Watch
it's
the
just
play, right?
right
It's
into
not
the
translating.
line,
Yep,
no burst, can't block, can't catch passes, and then you're looking at him, and he looks like an Adonis, and you're like, why are you bad?
that's how I felt about White. White on Tampa Bay. It's like, dude, you got the moves, you got the hands. Why do you run the back of the center every time? Um,
He then took 3 Lions in a row. Lions head coach, Lions defense, and the kicker, Jake Bates. So he's all in on the Lions fantasy special teams.
yep, yes, he is. That's a Lions fan for you.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert in round 13. That's a very solid pick.
Solid-ish, yeah.
Trey Harris, the Chargers, second round receiver.
That's
So
a flyer. That's a flyer pick. That's fine.
total flyer. He's only owned in 15% of leagues. Romeo Dobbs is the last pick who he since dropped.
Yep. And he picked up T. Sala, the darling of the training camp Lions there.
You got a grade guess for Lionheart?
B.
ESPN disagrees. They gave him an A.
Wow.
Defending champ.
The Jalen Hurts, McCaffrey, and Harrison picks probably put him over the top. Well, Bowers, that put him over the top.
Okay, we got Jones here. He took Gente at number 8 overall. What do you think taking a rookie that high?
What team is that?
This is Jones, Zug of Springen.
Yes. Okay. All right. He took Genty. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like the Boise State running backs. I don't like them.
If you wanted a running back here, I would have taken Derrick Henry, who was the next
Yes,
back taken.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's just totally safe. Like if you miss on Henry, like if something happens, he stinks or he gets hurt, like you're justified in your miss. If Gente sucks, like you fucked up.
Right.
AJ Brown and Lad McConkey and Xavier Worthy, 3 receivers in a row. AJ Brown, I hate that he's an Eagle because I really enjoy watching that guy play football.
AJ Brown makes me mad because he'll give you a 40-point game or give you a 10-point game. It's who he is. It's not consistent. Like you can't give me just a couple of 15s and 20s, let me live. No, you give me an explosion or a whimper.
Lad
Lab,
McConkey, yeah, 82
he
catches, 112 targets last year.
he came in real hot late in the season. Like late in the season, he was getting like 100 every game. It felt like, so he was just going off. Xavier Worthy, I don't believe in him. That's just me.
Okay, that was my next question. He's projected for 1,000 yards, 76 catches, 7 touchdowns. He will
No.
have a Rashi-free world for the first 6 weeks of the season.
I don't know. We'll see.
Aaron Jones is a little long in the tooth for me, but safe pick here in the 5th round.
Yeah, it's safe.
I don't think he's going to have 1,000 yards again like he did last year. I kind of think last year was his last gasp. Mark Andrews, I fuck that guy. I'd never take that guy again.
I will never take that guy again.
He's a good tight end on paper, but I don't. He just disappears for like 6 weeks at a time.
It's the Ravens' offense because now they're a strong running team, and if they throw the ball, he's throwing to the wide receivers that do the crossing routes. So that's what they do. They're crossing routes. They're a West Coast passing team that strong run plays.
He did score a touchdown the last 6 weeks of the season last year. That doesn't seem like it's going to be
he had
replicated.
a lot of goose egg games too.
Yeah. Debo. Here's a fun pick in the 7th round.
Yeah, Debo. We'll see what he got left because he's been looking kind of slow out there, but we'll see.
Yeah, this year is like do or die for Debo for fantasy purposes.
Yeah.
He's got a very good opportunity in Washington. Justin Herbert, that's his first quarterback that's taken round 8. This guy was a darling a few years ago, but tough times. Only 23 touchdown passes.
New head coach, man.
Wants him to play smarter than, No,
wants him not throw the ball. That's what he wants him to do. Not throw the ball.
Safer, I guess is the word I should say.
No. He wants them to not throw the ball. We saw what J.J. McCarthy did the year before.
He then took Quinshawn Judkins. He's a 2nd-round pick by Cleveland. It says he's a free agent.
He is essentially a free agent because he hasn't signed his contract.
What's he waiting for?
Because he wants his guaranteed money.
Okay, this is classic Cleveland. We're not even going to waste time with him. How do you not sign your 2nd-round pick? Broncos defense, Darnell Mooney, Eagles head coach, Chase McLaughlin, Hollywood Brown, and Tua in the last 2 rounds. Those are 2 fun late-round picks in Hollywood Brown and Tua. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything from them, but...
Yeah, Tua is an awesome pickup late round because he could hit for 35 every game. He could. Or he could end his career. It depends what he's going to do.
Between the other 15th round quarterbacks we saw, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, I'd want Tua over those 2.
Darnell Mooney, unless they play Tampa every week, because I know they're playing Tampa week 1. At least Atlanta plays Tampa every week. We know how these Tampa wide receivers are. They're not that great without Tampa.
He had 992 yards last year. He's projected for 789 this year.
So he had 300 of those 900 against Tampa.
You got a guess on Zugga Springen's grade?
Oh, definitely a C.
Yep, you nailed it. He got a C. Next up is Jordan Dickner Palmer. He took Puka Nacua in round 1. That's smart. I like that in number 9.
It's all you're hearing that Stafford's getting healthy, so yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, they're gonna fling it. He then went Devon A-Chain at number 20, Kamara at 37. I don't like either of these running backs. no matter where he got him. I like Achane, but you're relying on Tua again. He's really small. They brought in another guy. Forget his name. He's got a funny name. Otto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otto Gordon.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he is competition now. And then Kamara.
That's the only way you would draft him, and he didn't draft him. So that's the problem. He drafted Achane, but he didn't draft the guaranteed handcuff. He has the third string running back. So that's the thing.
Yeah, he might have to adjust. And then Kamara's old and on a bad team, and like he's got to be hitting the wall here soon.
I wonder if he's going to survive week 10. We'll see.
Yeah, they're going to kill him. Patrick Mahomes, that's round 4. That's too high.
Safe. It's safe.
You're right. It is safe, but what quarterback did he take?
Jordan Love later.
Okay, that's a good. Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you're going to take Mahomes and you can get Jordan Love 8 rounds later as insurance, like Jordan Love might have a better fantasy year than Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he has the potential to, but I mean, will Jordan Love not throw interceptions? That's what keys down. That's what comes down to it.
And stay healthy. He hasn't been able to do that.
Right.
Devontae Smith, he's fun. Jaylen Warren, he averages like 6 yards a carry or whatever.
The catch, yeah, he's like 6'5". This guy should be he should be Gronkowski, essentially. If he has Gronkowski ceiling, for real, if Danny Dimes throws the ball to him.
Oh, you mean Tyler Warren? Yeah, I was talking about Jaylen Warren, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Warren. I assume that was it. Sorry.
No, well, he went to Penn State, and these guys, they love their Penn State stuff.
Penn State, yeah. Jay Warren, I don't know about him. I mean, he's not a pure running back. He's more of a scat back. So we'll see what it looks like with Pittsburgh. They're gonna be behind in games, so he's gonna catch a lot. He's gonna catch a lot of balls.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna dump him off because he can't move anymore, and teams are gonna blitz the hell out of him.
Right.
Zach Charbonnet in round 9, I got sniped worse than I've ever been sniped in my entire fantasy career here. He got him from me. It's a good pick. Yeah, that's it really. Commanders head coach Tyler Bass, Giants defense. You got to guess
out. He has the Brand Ayuk, Joe Mixon out team here, so it's tough. He probably got a B.
He got an A. He got the best grade in the thing.
Jolly. I guess he drafted him when he's supposed to draft him, so he got it.
This is me now. Pound Town. I took Amon-Ra. Pretty safe pick here at number 10. I wasn't seeking him out pre-draft, but he fell to me, and I was like, let's do it. I was drafting with Brindle. He was like, you can trade him to me, too. So that was another, like... I didn't draft... That was 1% of the equation. I was like, oh, I know I can trade him if I really want to. We did have the basis of a trade in place. It was Amon-Ra and Travis Kelce, who I took in the 6th round for Brock Bowers and Marvin Harrison, but I didn't like Harrison enough to do it.
Fair enough. Fair.
Lamar Jackson, I took the first quarterback off the board. The last couple of years with fantasy, like especially with Jaden Daniels last year, give me a safe quarterback. Like, I don't mind reaching for a quarterback. It's like money in the bank. And Lamar had 40 touchdowns last year. He's basically my best running back as well.
Yeah, it's definitely insurance for Pachenko, because Pachenko is suspect to me.
Yeah, I didn't love making that pick. Kenny Walker, pretty not great reports coming out about him, and Charbonnet taking the job, but yeah, I was happy to take him around 3. Terry McLaurin, I wasn't seeking him out. The holdout scared me, but he was the best available receiver at the time.
No, my next contract signs, so he's good.
Yeah, didn't have to worry about it. My next option would have been Worthy or Marvin Harrison or DK Metcalf or Zay Flowers or Ridley. So, give me McLaurin. We have history.
Fair.
Kelce, round 6, you can't go wrong. Like, even if he has 50 catches, 600 yards, and 6 touchdowns, that's a pretty good season for a 6th-round tight end.
Yeah, we'll see what he got left for real for him.
Yeah, I didn't have to reach for him. I didn't have to... Like, his name value will make him look like he had a worse year at the end of the year if he does those numbers, but... Yeah, I know what I signed up for here. Ricky Pearsall, he's my sneaky breakout guy.
We'll see what it looks like for him. He's supposed to be like high volume catcher. He like catches a lot of volume catches, not yards, but a lot of catches itself.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's like my slot maven. Here's where I messed up and accidentally took. I didn't accidentally. I chose to do it. Take Jadon Blue over Charbonnet. I thought I could sneak Charbonnet down another round. The snipe was so bad when it was my turn to pick in round 9. I was like, "Fuck it, just take a kicker." And then I was like, "Come on, like Billy, get yourself together. You got to get in the game. You got to make a pick. You can't just like pick yourself up." And I took Braylon Allen, who I'm kind of happy with. I think he's gonna get more. I think from what I've been reading, he might play the David Montgomery role in the new Jets offense.
Right, right.
Jaden Hickens, I really don't know much about. I just know Texans rookie receiver. And then I took Fields, who I've since cut. I've added Amari Cooper, and I have added what was the other receiver I added? Oh, Josh Palmer, who I hate.
Palmer,
yeah. But he's on a new team, so I'm willing to wipe the slate clean.
Right.
He's with the Bills now. Like. Tyler Algier, Bills defense. Tyler Loop, Chargers head coach. And I have the second to worst grade in the rankings.
What did you get? You got a D?
I got a D.
Damn. Because they weren't looking at Pacheco pick at all.
Yeah. Who did I took Pacheco in the 5th round. He's my RB2. My next option after him, 6 receivers got drafted. My next option would have been Tyrone Tracy. Who you took?
Tyrone Tracy's interesting.
Would you have taken Pacheco if Tracy would have been off the board, or would you have taken Jaylen Warren?
Ew. I probably took Pacheco just to roll the dice, I guess.
And then there's Eckler or Harvey as well. This is you, number 11. You took Nico Collins.
Yes. Yeah, I took Nico. Whatever. First round grade. I did a lot of mocks, and it kept saying it was him, so I went with it.
They talked you into it. Then you went running back with Irving and Connor. I love the Bucky Irving pick. Keep me away from James Conner.
James Conner was, like I said, it was. I was astounded because Mike was gone.
Connor in round 3 is a good pick, though. He's always solid. It's just
right.
My Connor thing is just me not believing the Cardinals and not believing he can stay healthy. But he puts up numbers every year.
Right. So I believe I was thinking the same way. So later on, I have insurance.
Yeah, then you went receiver, Rashee Rice, 6-game suspension. You'll be waiting on him. Would you have made that pick in round 4 had you known 6 games, or did you figure that into your pick?
I kind of figured out a pick because I think Rashee Rice. I think I'm believing in when he comes back from for the next 10 games, that 10-game slate or 10 or 9 games that the Chiefs have later on, that he's going to explode for at least 100 every game.
Yeah, he was very good last year before his
mom. He's not injured. He's just out. And I think he will be number 1 option when he comes back.
That suspension might help him get healthier too.
Which makes me upset because I tried to press the bench to move him to IR. They won't let me move to injured reserve.
Yeah, suspended players.
I just keep him on my bench. I'm like, that's trash.
Jerry Jeudy, he was very good in the second half of last year. And then you took Emeka Egbuka.
I reached for him because he was a clear round down, but I wanted to get a clear Tampa Bay number 2 wide receiver. And around this time, I was actually looking to draft Baker Mayfield. And Baker was gone.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to Mayfield when his pick comes up. Yeah, Egbuka, you didn't really reach too bad, though, because next up was McMillan, Adunze, then Pittman and Kupp, and then Hunter. So, just a bunch of question marks there. So, Egbuka
They really have him. They have him much lower, and Ibuka's his ceiling's 2, and his floor is 3rd. You know what I mean? Yeah. He won't be the 4th string wide receiver on that team.
Evan Ingram, a lot of positive stuff written about him this preseason.
Yeah, I was actually sketchy about him because we've talked about him before being kind of a boom bust, but he's always been good enough to be Pro Bowler every year. So we'll see what the tight end position looks like in Bronco land.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. 2017 first round pick. Brock Purdy, he's your number one quarterback. But then you backed him up with C.J. Stroud.
I got Stroud later. I
Yeah.
saw Stroud available, and I was like, well, and the only reason I picked Stroud is because I had Nico Collins. So it was like,
Mm.
if I have Nico, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Trey Benson, do you have high hopes for him, or he's just a guy that you drafted?
He's my insurance policy in case, because James Conner's never gone a season without getting hurt.
Okay, great move. Yeah, yeah. So did you have to reach for him, or was he about where he was going?
I think it was maybe a round lower, and I was like, I just need to make sure that I didn't want to be out back. I started looking at my team. My team was all wide receivers. And I was like, I need to make sure my running back situation is at least going to survive.
Yeah, you didn't want to
So,
do what happened to me with Charbonnet, basically.
so that's why I made that move. Yeah.
Mims, Wandell Robinson, Cameron Dicker, Bucks D, 49ers head coach. You have high hopes for Mims and Robinson, or are they just filling out your depth for now?
Mims is an interesting pick because he's a second. He's we're receiver 2. So we'll see what that looks like. Um, the Justice Hill I picked up. Well, no, I dropped the person already, and I picked up Justice Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
Hill is in that. I can't think of who I'm thinking of now. But yeah, speaking of Hill, Punishers. Oh, do you want to guess your grade?
Oh, I now I got a C. I was like, dang, I saw that. I was like, that's tough.
Punishers. Derrick Henry. He won. He got to the championship with him last year. He could have went Lamar Henry, but he didn't. He ended up with Henry in London, and then Baker he took as like the last quarterback of that first QB run.
Yeah, that shot me a bit. People are drinking the Baker juice.
Yeah, I took Lamar early, and it really did start a run. Laporta, 4th round. That's a pretty good round for him. Jalen Waddle, I fell for that a couple years ago. I'm not.
Won't be fooled again.
No. Tyrone Tracy, 6th round. Dobbins, 7th round. Jawan Jennings, 8th round. Jennings should get opportunities.
Yes, he should definitely get opportunities on that team because he should be wide receiver 1 right now.
Yeah, Debo's out. Ayuk is out. Pearsall has done nothing. Yeah, Jennings could be a steal of the draft here actually in round 8.
Legit.
That's his wide receiver 3. And then he took Jaden Reed. The Green Bay receivers are like just like a bowl of soup. Like there's Reed, there's Christian Watson, there's Dobbs, there's Matthew Golden. I never know which one to believe in.
That's why I don't understand the hype on the Green Bay offense. I don't understand who's carrying all these yards, man. Who's going to be scoring these touchdowns?
It's not that I don't believe in the offense. It's just that I don't believe which one would step up if they were to be a good offense.
Right. If Green Bay is a team that can't play behind, they got to play up front, and if they fall behind, they lose.
Next up, Jordan Mason. This is another potentially big pick here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the number 1, you said the dude earlier,
Aaron Jones.
If he falls down, we saw what Jordan Mason could. He could carry the ball.
They say follow the money too, and Mason has a contract that the Vikings traded for, so they went and sought him out and brought him in. To round out the bottom 5, Eagles D, Rashad Bateman in the 12th round. I think if Hine wins, it's going to be on these Jennings, Mason, Bateman type picks.
Yeah, because I don't know. Bateman he's frustrating.
He is, but like 9 touchdowns last year, 700. If he can get in that range again, 800 yards.
That mean he wouldn't be starting like Drake London or Waddle or like So that's the thing too. So
that's true. Yeah, you got to get him in a lineup somehow. Hunter Henry, 13th round tight end.
He insurance for Laporta.
Yeah, that's good insurance. And then McManus as a kicker, he's always good, but kicking in Green Bay is tough.
Yeah.
Steelers head coach. Good luck with that. Do you want to guess his grade?
He got a B.
He got a C. He is the one team ahead of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Golly. I'd be thinking he did better than that, but I guess maybe he reached on I guess ESPN's like he reached on Henry. because he drafted Henry early than they wanted to.
Next up is the Renegades of Funk. Jonathan Taylor. You couldn't pay me to draft this guy. He took him 13th overall.
I've done a couple of mock drafts, and John Taylor was like a second round option for me. So that's I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I would have taken him like 20, but he took him here. I would have taken him Malik Neighbors here. I would have taken Jacobs. His next pick was Brian Thomas Jr. Now that could pay off big time.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Thomas was one of my fancy darlings last year. I got him late last year, and he paid off dividends being wide receiver 1.
Yeah, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Yeah, if I were him, I would have went Neighbors Thomas, but he didn't do that. And he then took Devontae Adams, who has to be better with the Rams than he was with the Raiders and the Jets last year, right?
He should be.
He's very old now.
It's wondering where they're gonna move him all around. Is he get played the Cooper Cup role? We're just kind of playing the slot and just kind of catching the ball. That's his thing.
DeAndre Swift, Bears running back, 4th round. They're gonna run the ball.
We'll see if he holds up for the whole season.
Yeah. George Pickens, 5th round. This is his 3rd receiver. That's a pretty good wide receiver 3.
I guess. I mean, I'm not sold on him. He takes a lot of plays off, and now he went from being wide receiver 1 to wide receiver 2. So now that mouth is not going to be as fed as much you had last year, buddy.
Only 900 yards, only 3 touchdowns last year.
Yikes.
TJ Hawkinson, 6th round pick. That's a pretty good tight end. No Darnold, though.
No Darnold, yeah.
So, yeah, you never know like what McCarthy's going to do with him. Matthew Golden, the Green Bay Soup.
Yep, but everybody's hyping him up. Everybody's hyping him up. Oh, this guy's he's next wide receiver Jesus. So we'll see what it looks like.
ATN Jr., round 8. Sure. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
I guess.
Who did he take? He took him ahead of Jawan Jennings by 1 pick. Okay, then Jadon Blue, Tyler Warren. So, I mean, you're pretty much just drafting name value there.
Yeah.
Steelers defense, Tyjae Spears, who is now out for 4 weeks. Ollie Gordon, here's that guy we were talking about. This could be a sneaky pick.
That could be a sneaky pick right there.
11th rounder. Then Stafford, that's his number 1 quarterback. He waited 12 rounds to take a quarterback. That's a pretty good quarterback if you're going to wait 12 rounds.
Yeah, and he has him on the bench currently on his current lineup because he put Bryce Young as a starting right now.
Wow. I guess that's a matchup dependent. I don't know. Maybe he's drunk.
Maybe.
Jake Elliott, Broncos head coach, round out his fantasy special teams. You want to guess his grade?
Oh, he got a B.
He got a B. Yep.
I feel a B there. Yeah.
Two teams left. This is Spawn. He got the last pick, so he's going back to back on all these picks. Malik Neighbors and Josh Jacobs. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch at the back of the 1st round, top of the 2nd round, if you ask me.
Yeah, the Malik Neighbors is supposed to be the next Odell Beckham, so we'll see how it turns into. And Josh Jacobs is very consistency.
Yeah, his only question here is his age, really. But he had 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns last year. So
he has a lot of miles on, especially from Alabama too. So he ran a lot in Alabama too. So
yeah, and then Chuba Hubbard, 3rd round. Wow, how did we let that happen?
Because it's Chuba Hubbard. Next.
He had almost 1,200 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns last year. Like, I'm surprised he went this low.
I mean, technically, you're talking about there's 17 games, so you're talking about if he had 100 yards every game, it'd be like 1,700 yards. So he had a couple games he didn't do well at all. You know what I mean?
Like I took Kenny Walker ahead of Chuba, and now I'm questioning that. And then you took Connor ahead of Chuba. Kamara went ahead of Chuba. I think. Well, I'm not
gonna draft Chuba because I'm a Bucks fan, so I'm not gonna root for a Tampa fan. That's just not.
He went back-to-back receivers, Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jacoby Myers.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty safe picks. Especially, yeah, they're pretty safe. Smith and Jigba, what do you think? Sophomore slump, sophomore jump?
He should do a jump. He's number 1 now.
And Njoku,
Yeah.
Pretty highly drafted tight end here in
Yeah, he
round
drafted him kind of.
6.
He drafted him early. Yeah, I was kind of shocked by that, but okay.
I guess you're kind of betting on Flacco to just pound the tight end. Javonte Williams, he's a guy I wanted nothing to do with. He's with the Cowboys now.
Yeah, Javante. Yeah, no.
That's why I took Jaden Blue, because I was like, Javonte Williams is ahead of him on the depth chart. Like, how long is this going to last?
There's no way that should work out well for him.
Khalil Shakur. Then he took Drake May to be his starting quarterback. That's the only quarterback he's rostering.
Faith.
Yeah.
Strong faith. I was eyeing Drake May, and he drafted Drake May, and I was like, dang. Because actually, Drake May was on my radar because I like the dual threat, but he wouldn't be my only. I would have a backup just in case.
Yeah, I would have a backup. Drake May. I'm trying to see who went after him quarterback wise. Oh, Stroud. I would have taken Stroud ahead of May.
That's what I'm saying.
And
That's why I drafted Stroud.
Yeah.
Stroud.
Then he goes Josh Downs. Jerome Ford is interesting, but scary.
Jerome Ford in this fantasy projection of 18 points is crazy.
Yeah. The Browns aren't even going to score 18 points. Rounding out his special teams, Patriots D, Bucks head coach Matt Gay, the new Commanders kicker. He's had some issues in the preseason. And then Darren Waller is back. What do you think of that? That's a fun flyer in the 14th round.
That's a flyer of flyers right there. Don't ask Darren Waller to block for any running plays, okay? He catches only.
Yeah, 14th round. You can't go wrong there. That could be quite the steal. Who's his other tight end? Oh, and
Njoku, yeah.
So, yeah, he could end up playing one of them at flex weekly if Waller has a big bounce back coming out of retirement.
Interesting move, yeah.
You want to guess his grade?
C.
He got a B.
A B. Maybe because the Jacoby and Neighbors, like, because he just back to back, so he's kind of drafting like right kind of in order.
Yeah, so that's it. Time crunch. We'll skip the Hall of Fame. No Hall of Fame induction this week. Do you have a steal of the draft?
The steal of the draft. It's got to be a couple of them. I think it's the Ollie Miami running back guy. Because
those are deep cuts, though.
You need him. You know what I mean? I think.
Think top 5 rounds. I'm looking at McConkey here in the 3rd round, Chuba in the 3rd round. Depending on what Rashee Rice does in the second half of the season, I could see him being a steal, depending on where you are record wise.
Right. I mean, Rashee Rice. I mean, depending on Rashee Rice, he could be a steal-ish, but I mean, it's not telling me that he would be that person.
Garrett Wilson could be a steal in round 4.
I'm gonna say maybe Stephon Diggs round 7, because Stephon Diggs he has a great boom potential with the Patriots, and even like maybe even round 8. Tyler Warren, if he turns into Gronkowski, as they were all saying he's going to become, he could be that guy. Round 9, it looks like the steal could be your boy Zach Charbonnet.
That'll hurt me. That'll hurt me deep.
Oh, and matter of fact, in the very back end, for real, Tua got drafted like super late.
Yeah, 15th round.
15th round, and Tua, if Tua like turns to like a top 10 fantasy quarterback this year, he stays healthy, he's top 10. That's a steal of steals.
That also depends on Tua cracking his starting lineup, though, too. Like, what good is Tua killing it on his bench every week if his first quarterback ends up, being, like, non-benchable?
That's true.
But, yeah, I mean, I've been singing Tua's praises for a few years now, and it just, head injuries and whatnot.
The worst.
So, yeah, we'll be back after week 1 to induct a Hall of Famer and do these box score recaps. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See you later.